This is the 4Life Product Training Call coming to you from the 4Life Research Home Offices in Sandy, Utah. I am Daniel West, and today I will be your host. 4Life is a company with thousands of distributors on 6 continents who are daily making a positive difference in people's physical and financial health with patented and proprietary products. They are products that have withstood the test of time, helping people and their animal friends. Products that can help your body with today's challenges. Products you can be confident will be on the cutting edge of science for the challenges of tomorrow. They are products you can simply use and share with your loved ones, as well as build a business with if you choose. Today I'm grateful to have Director of Health Information Services, Dr. Brent Vaughan, PhD, join us again on the product training call. Last week, Brent, you gave us some great information about 5 of our targeted products: 4Life Nanofactor Glutamine Prime, 4Life Transfer Factor Recall, 4Life Transfer Factor Cardio, 4Life Transfer Factor Glucoach, and 4Life Transfer Factor KBU. And for those out there who missed the call, you can find that on our YouTube channel. This week, we are going to get into the remaining 4 targeted products, which we will introduce later. Brent, I know that you gave us a little bit of your background last week, but I'm wondering if you can quickly review your background again for those that were not with us last time.
Sure. So I've been working in dietary supplements now for about 17 years, with 4Life for about 10 of that. And in that time, I've worked on the formulation of dozens of products, both for the U.S. market here and for a number of our international markets. I also have a hand with the research that we do outside of 4Life, or the small-scale ones we do inside, and then work with our registrations group and our quality group in a number of their roles as well.
Sounds great. Now, as the saying goes, Brent, ladies first. So the first product I would like to talk about is our targeted product for women, 4Life Transfer Factor BelleVie. Brent, what are the main benefits of this product?
Well, first, before we get into the benefits, I kind of want to make a little soapbox statement here. While we do market this one as a women's product, this one is equally good for men. So as long as you can get over the fact that it's got a pink label, it's still good for you.
Sounds good. I'm excited to hear about it.
So the main target behind this product was looking at normal cellular growth. So how well your cells divide and maintain their health from day to day, and how well that works across multiple organs throughout your body. Now, we formulated this with women in particular, and with their women's reproductive system health for that, and maintaining proper cell growth within the female reproductive system. But as I mentioned a minute ago, these benefits occur on all body tissues in both men and women. And so while this is directed at women in particular, it's just as equally beneficial for men.
Wow.
With that said, we kind of divided this product up into 3 main focus areas. If you were on the call last week, we talked a little bit about antioxidants and the benefits they provide. This product contains 2 very potent antioxidants. In this case, it has a green tea extract and a grapeseed extract. Now, these are standardized extracts. They have certain components that we control the amount of in each of the raw materials. And they're slightly different. And so the green tea antioxidants function a little bit differently than those that come from the grapeseed extract. But together, they kind of give a more body-wide antioxidant protection to help reduce some of that oxidative stress, which can mess with the way that your cells grow and divide. Beyond that, we go into the phytoestrogen proprietary blend. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit more feminine-focused. Estrogen is a key hormone in the health of women. Men also produce it, though to much less extent, much smaller quantities in men than in women. And obviously, that women are very well aware that estrogen level changes as they age. And once you hit menopause, then estrogen levels drop off dramatically, much closer to the levels that you see in men throughout their entire lives. And so the phytoestrogens are nice, and these are plant-based estrogens. Now, they're not truly estrogen, but they are similar in structure, similar enough that they can provide some of the benefits and work in similar ways to the body's natural estrogen. One aspect of that, though, is that they are about 70 times less potent than regular estrogen. And as some of you may be aware, estrogen can stimulate the abnormal growth of cells in some cases. And having phytoestrogens there, it basically competes with that natural estrogen for that negative effect, thereby reducing that and helping to maintain health in those estrogen-sensitive tissues. Good benefits there for women, also some small benefits there for men. Now, the cruciferous proprietary blend, this is where it really has no gender specificity. meaning that cruciferous vegetables, these are your broccoli, cabbage, kale, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, those type of vegetables, if you take time to look at the research here, by far and away, the consumption of those vegetables provides greater health benefits over your entire life than pretty much any other vegetable you can consume.
Wow.
Now, that may be bad news to a lot of you because not many people like broccoli, cabbage, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Those tend to be the less preferred vegetables out there, but in pound for pound, both in terms of nutrition and in maintenance of health, these are some of the most potent ones you can consume. So that's where we kind of focused with this product, was getting those highly nutritious and highly health beneficial cruciferous vegetables in a concentrated form in this product. Now, there's 3 compounds listed on the label here. There's indole-3-carbinol, diindolylmethane, and ascorbigen. These are called indoles, and they're the 3 main ones that at least the research has shown provide at least some of the benefits ascribed to these cruciferous vegetables. And so in this particular extract, we've made sure that there are consistent and controlled amounts of these indoles in the blend. Now, calcium D-glucarate is often associated with detox-type products, and the reason being that it helps the liver, in particular, to get rid of some of the toxins that we're exposed to. Now, we all know the pollution, some of the chemicals and other things that are used in the growth and cultivation of our foods are not all that healthy for us, and our liver, for the most part, is in charge of getting those things out of the blood and out of the body before they can cause any damage. And calcium D-glucarate aids the liver in that process, helping to maintain the health of the body by supporting the liver's ability to remove those toxins. And so kind of in a nutshell, you've got a product here that helps the body maintain proper cell growth there by aiding in the detoxification process, by competing with some of the negative effects that may be inherent there, and by providing that kind of antioxidant protection.
Well, that sounds great. I've always been literally afraid of taking a woman's product because I feel like if I do, maybe my voice is going to change or some undesired other results. So it's really good to know that it's something that men can take as well, and we can also benefit from that product. And also, of course, how crucial it is for women to be taking this product. Now we've had the women's product, let's talk a little bit more about the targeted men's product. Could you tell us a little bit more about 4-Life Transfer Factor MalePro?
Certainly. Now, unfortunately, the opposite does not occur here. This product is probably not as equally beneficial for women as it is for men.
Okay.
The main reason being this one is targeted towards the prostate, and women do not have a prostate.
Right.
And so there are some benefits that women can get from taking this product, but it's going to be much more beneficial for the health of men just because of that difference in the anatomy between men and women. And so with that, there's kind of a number of key ingredients here that are essential for proper prostate health. Let's start off with the vitamins and minerals in this case. You have the zinc and selenium, 2 minerals which tend to accumulate or are found in higher concentrations in the prostate. Both of these serve as antioxidants and also help and aid in the normal function of the prostate. So having high enough concentrations of these within the prostate gland itself helps to maintain its health and long-term health in general. Adding to that is lycopene. Now, it is a carotenoid. It's like beta-carotene, which is kind of a precursor to vitamin A. There's a number of these carotenoids out there that provide a number of benefits, and when we get to 4-Life Transfer Factor Vista, we'll talk about 2 more of them. Lycopene is one, again, that tends to accumulate within the prostate, and it is another potent antioxidant which helps to protect and maintain the health of that gland. I have the Saab Palmetto extract in here. This is one that most people are probably familiar with when we talk about prostate health. It has decades of research showing its benefits in maintaining prostate health and helping to maintain its function and protect it from some of the things that occur as a normal part of aging. And that one in particular has shown some really good benefits in helping to maintain the size of your prostate. Now, as some of you may be aware, with men, the older they get, their prostate tends to increase in size. And at some point, it'll get large enough that it begins to be a factor in urination and a number of other aspects of health. And some people believe that if a man lives long enough, he will end up with an enlarged prostate. And in some cases, that can progress to worse conditions. So helping to maintain the health it helps to keep that prostate at a healthy size and helps keep it that way for longer. The other ingredients in here, the nettle, the kudzu, the soy, these are all dealing with the hormonal aspects which affect the size of the prostate and helping, again, to keep it at a healthy size. You may look at some of these for the, go back to that phytoestrogen thing that we discussed with the BelleVie. Same kind of thing here, or testosterone in men, the major male hormone, helps to increase the size of the prostate. Estrogen actually helps to keep it smaller. And so these phytoestrogens will help maintain that healthy size for your prostate. And then we talked about the broccoli already, and the calcium glucarate, the same benefits they provide in the BelleVie, they're providing here in the MalePro. So all in one package there, you've got things to help maintain the nutrient density of your prostate, which helps to maintain its health, and then a number of things that deal with the hormonal aspects, and again, helping to keep the prostate at a healthy size and help it keep functioning properly.
Sounds great. Makes perfect sense to me, and I can see exactly why I meant to be taking this product. The next product we'd like to go into is one of our newer products. This was announced 2 conventions ago, and it is 4-Life Transfer Factor Vista. Can you please tell us a little bit about the ingredients and benefits of this product?
Sure. So let's kind of start off where we left off with MalePro and talking about the carotenoids. In the case of your eye, you have 2 carotenoids that are essential to your health, and those are lutein and zeaxanthin. Now, we're out in the sun every day, and you have your UV lights in the office where you work. All of that light contains a portion of light in the blue wavelengths. Now, blue light tends to be the most damaging light to your eye. And you have lutein and zeaxanthin, which are naturally yellow in color. And they accumulate in a certain spot in the back of your eye where a lot of your vision and that light that comes in is focused. Now, those of you that went to art school or may have done a little bit of interior decorating or work with colors realize that blue and yellow are complementary colors. They're opposites. And so if you have the yellow pigments there from the lutein and zeaxanthin, they will block the blue light from getting back into your eye and causing some of that damage. And so maintaining proper levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in that portion of your eye helps to protect it from that damaging light that you're exposed to on a daily basis. And that's one thing where this product, I think, really shines, and where we went kind of the extra step with these. Not only do we have the lutein and zeaxanthin in there, but we have the most researched form of lutein in the product, and it's got the brand name of FloraGlow. This one has over a decade of research in some very major studies that are NIH funded. There's, I think, 4 of them that have been done. These are tens of thousands of subjects. So these are big studies, government funded, all using the same lutein that we have in our product. And we wanted to do that because we knew that having the researched form in there would be a guarantee of efficacy for us, or that you would have the best form currently available in it. Now with that, we've added in a number of the antioxidant enzymes we talked about before, the ACE and zinc. These all have beneficial effects in the eye as well. A lot of people have heard the statements about vitamin A and the eye, your eye health. Most of us growing up were told to eat lots of carrots because it was good for your eyes. Well, you're getting that beta-carotene, which is then converted to vitamin A, and it helps to maintain the health of your eye. In this case, it's mostly the antioxidant benefits, where you have that vitamin A and the beta-carotene, which, like the lutein and zeaxanthin, accumulate in certain spots in the eye. Here, it's more in the receptive surface, where you're actually getting where the light is converted into the signal that we perceive as shapes, colors, and whatnot. So those are helping to protect a larger portion of the eye. You have lutein and zeaxanthin, which are basically the filter there to help maintain the health of the eye and protect it from that damaging stuff. And then in addition to that, the proprietary blend that's in this one contains a number of antioxidant compounds. Your eyes perceive every color of the rainbow, and each of these antioxidants kind of has a color associated with it. And so by providing them in this mix, you're helping to, again, protect the eye from all of these different oxidation effects that can occur, and making sure that we've got a well-rounded, well-supported protection here. As I mentioned last week, oxygen is one of the main oxidizers, but light is right up there. And all of you know, if you leave something out in the sun, it'll get bleached. That's an oxidative process. And the same thing is happening in your eye all the time that it's open. And so antioxidants are key to maintaining the health of your eye. By providing all of this complementary mix, we're hoping to cover as many bases as possible and help to maintain that protection within the eye.
Well, again, that just shows all the different aspects that you guys have gone into in creating these products, and not only to have good ingredients, but the best ingredients, the best that we can find. And that's something that I hope our distributors are listening for and understanding, that we really do make sure we have the very best when it comes to our 4-Life Transfer Factor targeted products, and any product that we produce for that matter. So the final product that I would like to talk about today is our newest targeted transfer factor product, 4-Life Transfer Factor Renuvo. Everyone in the field is still very excited about this fantastic product. Can you go over the primary benefit of this product as well as your recommendation of how this product should be taken?
Sure. So this one's kind of like the glutamine prime that we talked about last week, in that it's not the traditional targeted that we talked about with a specific structure or body system, but this one is what I'd call an adaptogenic product, and it's kind of targeted more towards activity and activity-induced inflammation. Now, let me kind of take a minute to explain that a little bit. Everybody kind of knows what inflammation is. The best example for it would be when you get a rug burn or some kind of a cut. That redness, the swelling, and the pain, that's an inflammatory process. That's kind of the easy way to look at it. But that's not the inflammation we're talking about here. This is what we call activity-induced inflammation. So as you go about daily living, and especially if you're looking at working out, or maybe this is the weekend and you're out pulling weeds or mowing the lawn, doing some kind of physical exertion, that process creates a low level of inflammation within the body. This is the body's way of dealing with some of that stress. So maybe you've strained your muscle a little bit in the process, or you've just kind of got a little bit of soreness going on as a part due to that activity itself. And that's the body's way of kind of repairing it, and in a sense keeping you from doing something that might actually cause a true physical damage. So Transfer Factor Renuvo is aimed at that kind of process and helping the body to recover quickly and get back to the point where you're now able to go full steam ahead once more. And you don't have to deal with some of the side effects of physical activity. Now, that may be muscle soreness, some of the other things associated with that. So we've taken a combination of what we call adaptogenic herbs. Now, an adaptogen is an herb or substance that has the ability to both activate and relax a particular system or function within the body. So depending on what your particular needs are, it may give you a little bit more, or it might take a little bit away. And they're a unique set of herbs that aid with that process. One of the most well-known of these is ginseng. It's been around for centuries, and it's always been considered one of those things that either can give you a boost or take you back depending on what your situation dictates. Now, for this product, your main adaptogens are the Raponicum, the ashwagandha, and the schizandra. These three are particular in adaptogenics, dealing with kind of the inflammatory process and activity-induced consequences. Now, you have a number of antioxidants in this product as well, because as you exercise, you are increasing the level of oxidation within your body, so you do need some additional antioxidants to combat that. You have the green tea, the turmeric, and the resveratrol. Those things all go together, and we've kind of talked about the green tea and the resveratrol in previous products, kind of the same function here. But this time they're focusing mostly on that inflammation that occurs, or that oxidation that occurs as part of activity and exercise. The last couple ingredients in here, you have the acetyl L-carnitine. Carnitine is one of the components that deals with the energy use within your cells. Now, we talked with Transfer Factor Cardio last week about the benefits of coenzyme Q10. Well, carnitine sits in that same process. So as your muscle cells take in sugar and convert them into energy, carnitine is one of the factors that are involved in that conversion process. And so helping to get that energy back into your muscles after exercise is essential in that recovery process. And then the black pepper in here is an interesting ingredient in that it specifically aids the body's absorption in botanical components. So as you're taking supplements that contain herbs, the black pepper tends to aid the absorption so that you're getting more out of those herbs than you otherwise may. And they throw all that together with Transfer Factor, The trifactor blend is, again, if you do intense exercise or extreme conditioning type stuff, it will affect the function of your immune system. So having that extra immune system support, not only to cover some of the effects that may occur to intense training, but also to help aid in that healing and repair regeneration process. So obviously that is also a key aspect of your immune system. So altogether you've got something in there that deals with the antioxidant side and the inflammatory side of activity and exertion, helping that body be able to get back on your feet and aid the recovery process quicker so that you can get back out and do the things that you enjoy sooner.
Well, thank you so much. That makes perfect sense to me. And I'm not a scientist, but my limited understanding of how inflammation works is that the quicker we can reduce that, the quicker our body can heal. Is that correct?
Right. Inflammation is typically associated with pain, swelling, discomfort, those type of things. So the quicker that goes away, the more normal and healthy you feel.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Brent. Now, I do have one more question for you. I know that we have been focusing a lot on the targeted transfer factor product line on this call, but I do want to ask you one question that we like to ask every guest that we have here on the 4 Life Product Training Call. And out of all the products that we have, what are your favorite 2 or 3 products that you use on a regular basis?
Well, I have to pick my number one product, which is Right Start. To me, this is the core for anything you want to do with your supplement program. No matter what it is you're taking or why you're taking your products, you need a good base of vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and obviously some good immune support. And that all comes together in one package as Right Start. And so regardless of what your needs may be, if you don't have a good basis of nutrition, your body's still going to be lacking those essential things and will not perform as well as it possibly could. And so by ensuring that you've got that base, then everything you add to it will just be that much more effective for you. In addition to that, I take Flex for Life on a daily basis, and then right now I'm doing the Vista and Renuvo. I'm trying to get back in there and be a little bit more active, and so using those to help me out with that.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much. I love to hear what people are taking, and Right Start just is always on the list every single time. It's my favorite product as well. I know that's where I get the biggest benefit from everything that I take. Well, that's all the questions we have for you today, Brent. Thank you so much for being with us on the call today.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I'd also like to thank all the distributors who were on the call. We appreciate everything that you are doing to build your business with the 4 Life products and opportunity, and we hope that this call has given you some great ideas of how these products can be beneficial for you and your loved ones as well, and also how you can talk about these products with your friends and family. We invite you to join us every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if you want to listen to this call again or have somebody else do so, please call 530-881-1219 and use meeting ID 841-832-629#. Again, that's 530-881-1219 and use meeting ID 841-832-629#. Just one more thing, please make sure to check out 4 Life Live on YouTube, where our Vice President of Field Development, Nathan Larson, is always bringing you the very best of information to aid you in building your 4 Life business. Thank you very much. Have a great week.